Because the tea is hot, the wigs snatched. The shade is real and the secrets unmatched beyond the gates. I'm back, y'all. I know. I've been MIA since the Tyler Perry Sisters finale. I told myself I was going to rest, mind my business, maybe catch up on some sleep. But then this happened. I was just scrolling, not expecting much, and boom, what do I find? A black led daytime soap opera, a CBS daytime drama. What? Why didn't y'all tell me? This is not just a show, baby. This is historical. This is revolutionary. And let me tell you something. If my Nana was still here, she'd have her satin housecoat tied up, her feet propped on that floral ottoman, church fan in one hand, and her sweet tea in the other, hollering at the screen like she was in the episode. She would have been like, I knew he was no good soon as he walked in with that tight suit and them shiny shoes. I watched the first few episodes and whew, baby, I was hooked faster than a lace front in a windstorm. So you know I had to dust off my mic and come out of hiding to review it. Welcome back to CTUBE, where we keep the tea hot and the drama hotter. Today, we're stepping beyond the gates into the scandalous, high society, secret soaked world of the Dupree family. This ain't just a black soap opera, this is a cultural reset. A black led soap opera on daytime TV. Clifton Davis, Tamara Tooney, Carla Mosley, Timon Kyle Durrett, and Trisha Mann Grant. CBS said, let's give the girls what they've been waiting for. Oh, honey, if you're not already beyond the gates obsessed, let me spill the tea because this show is about to bring all the drama you can handle. So grab your tea, grab your fan, and get comfortable. I'm breaking down every character, every backstory, and every side eye that had me screaming at the screen. You ready? Because the streets are talking and the Dupree family, whew, they are serving scandals, secrets, and sophistication with a side of shade. Let's go beyond the gates where the lawns are manicured, the money is old, and the scandals, honey, they are fresher than this morning's gossip. Out here, appearances are everything. But behind the perfect smiles and sparkling champagne, everybody's hiding something. Let's take a little stroll down these perfectly paved streets and meet the neighbors. Trust me, you're going to want to stay a while. Meet the royal family of Fairmont Crest, the Duprees, the blue bloods of the neighborhood. If there's an event, a fundraiser, or a photo op, the Duprees are either hosting it or running it. Anita Dupree, she's not just a retired music legend, she's practically royalty around here. People say she retired to enjoy her golden years. Please. Anita's still running the show, pulling the strings with a velvet gloved hand. And if you're not on her guest list, darling, you simply don't exist. Her husband, Vernon Dupree, retired senator, loving granddad, pillar of the community. But don't let that wholesome smile fool you. Vernon has spent decades perfecting the art of saying a whole lot of nothing while looking like a hero. And trust me, there's a whole lot he's not saying. Their daughter, Nicole Dupree Richardson, psychiatrist, wife, mother, and the unofficial therapist to half the neighborhood, the calmest voice in any room full of chaos. She's the kind of woman who listens before she speaks. And when she does, people pay attention. Nicole's strength isn't in playing games. It's in staying grounded while everyone else is unraveling. But just because she's the most composed Dupree doesn't mean she's not carrying pressure of her own. And then there's Danny Dupree, the wild child. She left school at 17 to chase the spotlight as a high-flying model, but love led her to trade the runway for motherhood, becoming the fierce momager behind her daughter Chelsea's modeling career. Danny's life is a whirlwind of passion, drama, and unapologetic boldness. Whether she's clashing with her ex husband Bill or navigating the complexities of her family's legacy, Danny does it all with flair and fire. Moving on to the Richardsons. If the Duprees are the kings and queens, the Richardsons are the power brokers working the back rooms. Ted Richardson, plastic surgeon to the rich, famous, and desperate. By day, he sculpts cheekbones. By night, well, let's just say his private life could use a little nip and tuck too. Word around town is Ted's been dipping his scalpel where he shouldn't. And let's just say a certain mistress and a certain secret daughter might not stay secret much longer. Martin Richardson, Ted's golden boy son, politician on the rise, master of spin, and the face you see smiling on every billboard from here to the Capitol. He's married to Bradley Smith, known to most as Smitty, and together they're the picture of progressive perfection. But you know what they say about perfect pictures. Sometimes they're photoshopped. Okay, okay, honey, let's talk about Martin and Smitty's little ones, Tyrell and Samantha. Young, stylish, and dreaming big, Samantha is Martin Richardson's daughter, but don't expect her to follow anyone's political path. Her eyes are on the runway, not Capitol Hill. Inspired by her cousin Chelsea and her grandaunt Danny, Samantha's heart is set on modeling. She's already striking poses, building a vision board, and practicing her walk like it's Paris Fashion Week. Of course, not everyone in the Richardson household is thrilled about it. Her father's got other ideas, Wakarfinets, and none of them involve the fashion world. But Samantha, she's determined to shine in her own light and not just as someone's daughter. Now let's talk about her brother, Tyrell. A whole vibe, and trust me, you do not want to underestimate this kid. He might be into chess, but don't get it twisted. He's got some major moves up his sleeve, both on and off the board. And baby, you can already tell he's ready to make his mark. Tyrell might be living under his dad's roof, but best believe this young man has got his own set of secrets. Then there's Catherine Richardson, or Cat, as she demands to be called. A vision of designer labels and designer problems. Cat's got a gift for walking into a room and making everyone else feel like background noise. She's spoiled, sharp-tongued, and never met a confrontation she didn't love. Andre Richardson, Ted's nephew, charming, sophisticated, and dangerously easy on the eyes. Andre's the kind of man who walks into a room and shifts the energy without saying a word. After losing his parents in a tragic plane crash, he inherited not just a double fortune, but a freedom most people only dream of. Now a successful photographer with an eye for beauty and a talent for attracting it, Andre lives life on his own terms. He doesn't chase drama, but it tends to follow him, especially when someone else's girlfriend starts smiling a little too long in his direction. Some call it confidence, others call it a problem waiting to happen. Andre just calls it another day at the gates. Now, if you think the Duprees and Richardsons have the market cornered on drama, let me introduce you to the Hamiltons. Let's start with Bill Hamilton, top defense attorney. Bill's made a career out of saving people who should absolutely go to jail. And his on again, off again love story with Danny Dupree, let's just say it's a full-time job keeping track of who's mad at who. A man who's got secrets up to his ears and a past full of infidelity. Bill's no stranger to scandal, especially since he's now married to Haley, a woman who's not only younger than him, but also used to be friends with his daughter Naomi, or should I say ex-friends now. Talk about keeping it in the family, huh? Bill's the type of guy who loves to portray the perfect father to his daughters, making sure he's got that wholesome image locked down tight, but behind closed doors. He's out here pulling dirty deeds and using every secret he's collected over the years to get what he wants. If you think Bill's the ideal family man, honey, you're in for a wild ride. Oh, honey, let's talk about Haley Lawson, because this woman is the definition of trouble in a pretty little package. Played by the gorgeous Marquita Going, Haley is Bill Hamilton's new fiance, and trust me, she's already stirring the pot like a pro. She's got that smile that says, I'm here for the drama, while pretending to be all innocent and sweet. But don't be fooled, darling. Haley is not as perfect as she looks. She's been swooping in, trying to claim her spot in Bill's life, all while Danny's over there ready to drag her back to reality. Haley thinks she's got it all figured out, but babe, she's about to get a serious wake up call. You better believe she's got a few tricks up her sleeve, and I'm just waiting for the moment she lets the true Haley shine through. This woman is ready to take on anyone, especially Danny, and let me tell you, the fireworks will be delicious. So stay tuned because Haley is here, and she's definitely not backing down. All right, let's talk about Naomi, Bill Hamilton's daughter, Chelsea's sister, and Danny's daughter. Naomi used to be Daddy's little girl, looked up to him, and even became a lawyer like him. But after what Bill did to her mother, Danny, Naomi's had enough and can't stand him anymore. She used to be best friends with Haley until Haley went and married her dad, Bill. Now, Naomi's not only dealing with family drama, but she's also married to Jacob Hawthorne, the detective from the Blue Blood family. Naomi's got more than just a career in law. She's got some serious emotional battles with her past. And trust me, things aren't as picture perfect as they seem on the outside. This woman is trying to move on, but family secrets and betrayal run deep. Let's get into Jacob Hawthorne, Naomi's husband, played by the talented Gibre Horges. Now, this man right here, he's the real deal, an honest to goodness detective with a heart of gold. Jacob doesn't come from some fancy old money family. Nope. His roots run deep in law enforcement, with his father being the chief. So you know that badge is all about honor. He's not the type to play games or hide behind family wealth. He's all about hard work, doing things the right way, and keeping his integrity intact. His world may be full of cases, crime, and the occasional family drama, but Jacob is always trying to keep his life straight, especially when it comes to Naomi. They've got that strong marriage, even when the world around them is anything but calm. He's a good guy, but you better believe when you've got a family in law enforcement, the drama is never too far behind. Watch out, because while he may be about justice, Jacob Hawthorne is one detective you definitely don't want to cross. Last but not least, let's talk about Chelsea Hamilton, Bill Hamilton's daughter, and don't think she's just living off her family name. This girl is out here working hard to make her own way in the world. She's been modeling, but now she's got a bigger dream. She's trying to make a name for herself as a designer. And here's the kicker, she's got an unorthodox dating life. But don't get too excited, honey. Only her cousin Kat knows what's really going on behind the scenes. So while Chelsea's putting in the work to carve out her own legacy, the rest of us are just waiting to see how she juggles her love life with her growing career. All right, let's talk about the McBrides, honey. Dr. Doug McBride and his fabulous wife, Vanessa. First off, Dr. Doug, played by the one and only T.C. Carson, is all about that doctor life, cool, calm, collected, and playing the role of the perfect professional. But don't get it twisted, just because he's got that serious face doesn't mean his world isn't a little messy. He might be out here saving lives in the ER, but in his personal life, well, things aren't as neat as his bedside manner. And speaking of personal life, let's talk about Vanessa, shall we? Vanessa, played by the beautiful Tina Lifford, is a force in her own right. She's a successful real estate agent making moves in the property game while holding down the fort at home. She's got it all together, at least on the surface. But baby, don't let that polished exterior fool you. Vanessa is best friends with Nicole Dupree, so you know she's knee deep in the drama, especially with all that Dupree family mess going on. But here's the real tea. She's living that high powered, high society life. But what we're really waiting for is the moment when the McBrides start bringing the real heat. They might seem like the picture perfect couple, but we all know that nothing is as perfect as it looks, especially when you're connected to the Duprees. Mark my words, once the McBrides step into the drama, they'll be leaving you gasping for breath. Now, every soap needs its supporting cast, the ones who stir the pot when the main players are looking the other way. Now let's talk about Joey Armstrong, played by John Lindstrom. Honey, this man is not someone you want to cross. He's a businessman with questionable practices and a reputation for being dangerous. And I mean dangerous in the way that makes you second guess ever getting into business with him. He doesn't ask for what he wants, he takes it. And you best believe Joey Armstrong has his eye on someone's wife. If you think he's just your average businessman, think again. He's out here making moves, taking what's his, and stirring up trouble. This is a man who always gets what he wants. And if you stand in his way, well, good luck. We've got Randy Parker, the man who works for Joey Armstrong, but don't get it twisted. Randy has his own history. This isn't just some underling. Randy is a longtime friend of Dr. Doug McBride, so you know he's got some serious connections and knows how to keep his hands clean when things get shady. He may be working for Joey, but trust me, Randy is playing his own game. He's not just a sidekick, honey. He's got history, he's got ties, and you better believe there's more to Randy Parker than meets the eye. So don't sleep on him. He's got loyalty and secrets, and when the drama goes down, he's always in the mix. All right, darling, let's talk about Pamela Curtis because, honey, this lady is everything. You might think she's just some side character, but oh no, Pamela is here to stir the pot. Played by the fabulous Katie McLean, she's not just a friend, she's the bestie you need in your corner. You know the type: loyal, fierce, and not afraid to throw a little shade when the drama gets too thick. Now, Pamela didn't come all the way back to Fairmont Crest for the scenery, darling. She's here to stand by Danny Dupree through all the mess that Bill Hamilton and his former mistress are trying to pull. And let me tell you, she is not here for it. She's got that I'll show up and show out energy, no questions asked. So if you thought Pamela was just going to sit back and watch, think again, sweetie. This woman is ready to light up some fires, and trust you don't want to miss it. Jessica Moore. Smart, thoughtful, and growing up in the shadow of power, Jessica is one of Fairmont Crest's own. She's not flashy, not loud, but don't mistake that for invisible. Jessica pays attention. She listens more than she speaks. And when she does speak, people notice. She's navigating school, friendships, and a world where nearly everyone has a legacy or a secret. And while she's not chasing attention, someone's already watching her a little more closely than the others. Tyrell Richardson may think he's keeping his feelings to himself, but let's just say he's not as subtle as he thinks. Let's talk about Tomas Navarro, the young, hungry associate at Bill's law firm. DC's smooth talking attorney with a baby face and a little twinkle of trouble in his eye. He's not out here chasing down secrets or busting criminals. Oh no. Thomas is busy whispering sweet nothings to Kat Richardson and playing it real cool at Orphe Jeans while the real drama explodes around him. Thomas moves slick, talks slick, and somehow always stays clean while everybody else is falling apart. Baby, if minding your business was an Olympic sport, Thomas would already have the gold medal. Now let's talk about Nurse Johnson because, honey, this woman knows everything, and she's not afraid to let you know it. Played by the fabulous Karen Holness, Nurse Johnson is the ultimate busybody. If there's any scandal going down in the hospital, you can bet she's got her ear to the ground, and trust me, she's not keeping it to herself. This woman is the walking, talking version of, I know everything, but you'll never get it out of me. She loves stirring the pot, feeding everyone the juiciest tea, and then sitting back to watch the drama unfold. But don't be fooled, darling. Nurse Johnson is always in the know, and she's got no problem letting people know just how much dirt she's got on them. So if you're ever in the hospital, be careful what you say around her, because next thing you know, your business is everyone's business. And honey, she's already moved on to the next scandal. And just when you thought the gates couldn't hold another secret, two new arrivals are about to shake everything up. Hold up, hold up. Let's talk about Dana because baby Dana is the drama. I mean, this woman, played by the incomparable Trisha Mann Grant, is a walking soap opera all by herself. She's a little mental, a lot unhinged, and completely unpredictable. One minute, she's trying to play the calm and collected mom, and the next, she's blowing up everyone's life. You better believe when Dana walks into the room, things are about to get messy. She's got a tangled web of lies, schemes, and secrets, and honestly, Dana loves it. She might look like she's got it all together, but trust me, there's a storm inside that woman waiting to tear everyone apart. Oh, she's got some serious mental gymnastics going on. And honey, don't even try to figure her out. 1 second, she'll pull you in close with that sweet, soft side. And the next, she'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew. Watch out for Dana, honey, because this woman is as dangerous as she is unpredictable. Now, Eva, she's a whole vibe. Played by Amber Michelle, she's the calm in the chaos, but don't be fooled. She's got some secrets of her own, and we're all just waiting for the day she lets the real Ava out. But for now, she's keeping it cute, staying out of the wild mess Dana is always stirring up. But I'm telling you, when Ava decides it's her turn to turn things upside down, watch out. She's quietly lurking, and she knows more than she's letting on. Let's talk about Laura Peterson. She's just out here living her best life with her man, staying out of the drama until bam, someone runs her off the road. And this isn't just some random act, it's about her being affiliated with the wrong people, the Richardsons. And that's when the real trouble starts. The person behind it all, someone from Ted's past. Trust me, Laura has no idea what she's about to get caught up in, but she's about to learn the hard way. Now, Mona Wilson, she's loyal to Nicole Dupree, doing her job and keeping things professional. Little does she know she's being used by Dana Thomas. Mona is in the dark, just trying to do right, but she's about to find out she's caught up in Dana's shady game. It's about to get messy for her, and she doesn't even see it coming. Like Ashley Morgan, Naomi's childhood bestie, DC's nurse with the heart of gold, and a little fire in her soul. This woman is all about saving lives and giving care, but she's also got a love life that's more complicated than a medical chart. She's been with Derek Baldwin, the man she loves, but with Andre Richardson taking pictures but wanting to step into the picture like a smooth operator. Ashley's heart's been torn between loyalty and temptation, but don't get it twisted. Ashley's loyal to Derek no matter how many sparks Andre tries to light. She's the type of woman who can handle a crisis, whether it's in the ER or in her love life. You better believe she's got the strength to keep things under control, even when the drama's trying to take her down. Let's get into Derek, Ashley's man. He's out here fighting fires for a living and fighting off one bold dude who's trying way too hard to get at his girl. Derek's not keeping secrets. He's just trying to hold on to his woman and keep the peace. But trust in a city full of temptation, that's easier said than done. The thing about life beyond the gates, it's a lot like the beautiful homes you see on these streets. From a distance, everything looks perfect. But the closer you get, the more cracks you start to see. Secrets are currency out here. Loyalty is a liability. Love is leverage. And just when you think you figured out who's really running the show, someone new steps onto the stage and flips the whole script. So pour yourself something bubbly, pull up a front row seat, and settle in because the drama is just getting started. Listen, the Duprees got drama behind every door. Next time, we will be knocking at the Richardsons to see what's really going on behind the perfectly painted doors and what Ted Richardson is really hiding from his family. Stay tuned and stay ready because the tea is hot, the wigs snatched, the shade is real, and the secrets unmatched beyond the gates. Which family do you think is hiding the biggest secret in some? The Duprees, the Richardsons, or the Hamiltons? Spill your theory in the comments also. Which character already has your messy little heart? Sound off below.